Thank you, Heidi. It's a very inspiring speech. Clearly, we've done something well in having her with us at the school, and I'm very proud of her. I'm now pleased to introduce Mariam Fawzy, graduating with a Bachelor's of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication with a concentration in multimedia journalism. She will bring a message from today's graduating class. Mariam?
We're done, but this was only the beginning. We started as lost freshmen in a very scary place. Maybe the night's library lights or the garden's trees and fountains helped quiet the fear a little bit. Somewhere, somehow, it got safe. It became comfortable. And just when it became wholesome and fulfilling, here we are graduating. I'm sure everyone here has a million stories to tell about the place that was more of a home for us. From the friendliness of the security guards to friendships with professors, the cats that we pretended were our own around campus, and the friends we can't imagine our lives without. There is at least one life-changing experience in each of us. Some of us chose to come back here as graduate students, or even try the AUC experience for the first time as graduate students. Because the School of Global Affairs and Public Policy gives us more to learn than just what is written in a textbook. This place allowed us to learn what real experience looks like before we venture into the world. I may be graduating with a journalism and mass communication degree, but I've taken classes in every building on this campus, from Beck, otherwise known as Jamil, to PVA, and eventually, I came back home to Jamil. I had the chance to diversify and learn a little bit of everything, something I could never do anywhere else. Each building was an experience on its own. AUC gave us the opportunity to explore our minds and our thinking. We're now able to have proper educated opinions about matters around us due to the tools that we were taught and given here. We learned how to use them in order to deal with the mess that is the real world. Our majors do not limit our knowledge and understanding. We know a lot more due to our ability to explore courses outside our majors. We can back up any argument we have about global warming or about harassment issues or even any other current issue that is not related to our majors. Today, many of us take our first steps into professional careers or graduate studies, or both. I look across this gathering and see many friends who are graduating with master's degrees. They have learned how to balance careers and graduate studies, and they are being rewarded for that today. We all grew up here, our brains matured, and we are ready to be adults who have an opinion, as well as the capacity to change what we don't like about the world, or enhance what we do like. We may not have realized it day by day, but when you sit and reflect, you see how much AUC has helped you mature and be prepared for the real world and the complexities that come with it. My character and personality changed over a dozen times here, and I currently cannot even remember the person I was in high school. For some of you graduate students, you may not even remember the person you were as an undergraduate student. It may have been 4 years or more, but it seems like a lifetime of tight deadlines, growth, laughing, crying, and even sleeping in random places around AUC. It definitely hasn't been an easy journey, and I'm proud of all of us for standing here in our caps and gowns, prepared to walk the stage and finally take the degree you've worked so hard for. Regardless of the difficulty, it made us stronger. It was fulfilling as much as it was challenging. A friend of mine said that what she's going to miss the most is learning, which is not necessarily in class. She said we learn something new every day, whether it's inside the classroom or outside. And that is the core of university, in my opinion. The learning experience that is not just about reading textbooks or submitting an assignment at the last minute, which, let's be honest, all of us did multiple times. There was and there is more to university than just books and relationships. There are bonds created through extracurricular activities, which helped many of you expand your interests, your knowledge, and the ties you have to this place. It sure has done so for me. And that's our next step as undergraduate and graduate students, to take what we learned inside and outside the classroom and show the world what we can do at a much bigger scale. I know I'm scared, and I'm sure many of you are as well, but I'm also excited to explore what we've been preparing for in at least 18 years of education. So dear graduating class of fall 2019, welcome to the beginning, and I hope you keep learning something new every day, because it doesn't end here. Thank you.